Hello? Is anyone there? So, I'm coming on here. Don't know why I'm on here. I think because I'm feeling sad. I thought maybe this would help uplift having some people. It's a hard day. I don't want to go into details, but it's a very hard time if you've been following my journey with my dad and stuff. Things aren't great and my heart is heavy, so I thought I would come on here to maybe distract myself. So I'm just going to do my makeup and maybe, I don't know, maybe God pointed me in this direction, so I always take his lead. Maybe someone will cheer me up or maybe say something insightful. But yeah, I'm definitely going through a very hard time right now with my dad's situation. So if you could just send prayers, skip me. I can take care of myself. God's got me. But if you could send comfort and strength to my dad, that would be helpful and nice. And that's all I can ask. But God directed me to come on here. So if you got something to say, say it. I am putting on my Dermatology Universal tinted moisturizer, which I love. And Snoop's here with me. Comforting as he is not. He's definitely not. He's being a pain in the butt today. I don't know why. He's like whining, and I took him out. I gave him snacks, gave him water. He's just like hyped up. I played fetch like 1,000 times. Oh, hello, Roro. Look at you. You're driving. Why are you on here? I was going to call you, and I was like, oh, she's driving. So I'll just distract myself. I can talk to you on here. Tell Snoop stop being a pain in my butt. Look at this guy. This guy's coming to say hello. Good morning. Have a lovely drive. So, yeah, like it's like weird, Roro, because like I want to talk about it because I've talked about a lot of things. I talked about a lot of the cancer stuff, but like this feels a little different because it's pretty serious stuff, and I don't want to be telling his story. In the past, he was able to tell me if he was comfortable, like me talking about it, and he was. He even came on and talked about stuff. My daddy came on this channel, and we had a couple fun videos we did in Florida, and when he came to visit here, so that was interesting. That was interesting, yeah. So I'm just getting my face ready. Is today the best day to be going to lunch? It doesn't feel like it, but then it's also like distractions are very helpful to me. Roro, you know that about me. I want to tell you guys I do love this NARS. I love this NARS concealer. It is NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in vanilla. I'm so vanilla. But maybe I feel like I want to talk about this, but in a way that's like respectful to my dad. I don't want to talk about his specifics, but I feel like there needs to be something said about how hard it can be when there's other people involved that are making it hard for you to have contact with someone who is sick, and what that does. Like it's like something that isn't always talked about, and maybe it's not that common. I mean, I'm sure it happens, but it's like I feel like we need to shed light on it and how hard it is when you're already going through the emotions of going through something, grieving and feeling pain, and then you have a situation where someone's making it worse for you, and they don't care, and they don't look past their own nose, and they're just not good. They're mean. they're manipulative, they're vindictive, they twist everything. When there are people like that, and it's like ironic that I do the work with these types of people, or like about narcissistic abuse, and not saying this person is exactly, I mean, definitely narcissistic traits, but mentally very unwell. I view a lot of narcissists as having that same sort of the vindictiveness. Like, I think there's an evilness to that. That's the word I can use with some of them, right? Like, it's beyond just, oh, they're a jerk, right? It's like they're vindictive and they are calculated in what they do, and they know and want to hurt you. And that's a dangerous person, right? So if you don't know, I don't fuck with dangerous people. I don't mess with dangerous people. So it's caused a lot of strife, and how do you deal with that? Like, how do you deal with that? You set your boundaries, you stick to them, which is hard when you're in a vulnerable situation, right? But that's what I've been doing. And you don't take the bait. You don't fall into their tricks. And I mean, there's someone literally making things up, twisting stories, even telling your own family members bullshit that's not true, that they pull out of their asshole. And you can't control that. So there's, we call them smear campaigns in the narcissistic abuse world, right? So basically there is a smear campaign going around about me. And it's just ironic because I've had it happen before with a narcissist, right? And now it's happening, and I can deal with it much better. I accept it. I said, okay, well, those who love me and know me, they're not going to believe it. They know me, and it'll be okay. It's trusting in God. But when it's in a situation like this where someone is very, very sick, may pass on, and you have to navigate them being told bad things about you, and you can't be there to defend yourself and tell them the truth, that's I think what makes it really difficult, right? Like that's what makes it even harder. It's like it's already a hard situation. And how do I do that? So how am I handling that? I think hopefully this helps. Maybe there's one person on there. God said I need to talk about this stuff today, so here I am. How do I navigate that? I won't say it's been easy, but what I'm figuring is talk to that person when I can. I've asked God, please help me get through this person so I can reach them without this other person blocking me, and he has helped me do that. Like, praise God. And when I talk to them, just filling them with love and not even talking bad about that other person. You could be tempted to do that, right? Not even doing that, just I love you, bringing your truth to that person, and trusting that if they do love you and care about you in the way they should as a family member or whatever, then they will. And if they don't, and they believe someone over you, releasing that control. That's the hard part, right? Of like, I can't do anything about that. And I hope it's not true, but I had a conversation today that gave me peace. I'll say that. I may at a point share this further. I may, but at this point I don't feel comfortable doing that. But I had a very peaceful conversation where I felt, and I'm a God believer, I felt peace and I felt encouragement from God that this person heard me, and they even were able to communicate somewhat back to me, acknowledging what I was saying and energetically, I felt like it was received, and it was the same. It was a warm feeling. It was a loving feeling. And knowing like I can't be there in person, which sucks. That is the hardest. That is the hardest part of all this. That I can't be there, but I was there spiritually, and I do believe that. And I don't know what I would do without that spiritual side and belief and faith. Like, I don't know what I would do without faith, because that's what's like kind of getting me through this, is faith in knowing that I sent my love and my spirit there, and our spirits will be together. And yes, it sucks on a human level that I can't be there in person as a human, right? Like, we're living in a human world. So that's how it's supposed to be. But God does not promise that all the supposed to be's are going to happen, right? There's a lot of supposed to be's in this world. There's a lot of, well, this is how it's supposed to happen, right? I'm supposed to be able to sit with a family member at the end of their life. I'm supposed to be able to fucking do that. In peace. And the fact I'm not able to do that it's horrific. I'm not going to downplay it. I'm not going to try to pretend like, oh, it's okay because I'm there in spirit. No, it has been hell. And I know, though, that I trust God. I've asked him to guide me. He has guided me every step of the way in this. And today I called, and as I was being transferred, I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what to say. Like, I've said I love you. I've said this. Like, what else? Like, there's something that needs to be said. And I said, God, please tell me what to say. And he said, tell them that you are there in spirit. Show them your spirit. Like, it's a spiritual world. This is not just human. Like, remind them to feel you in spirit. And I did. And it was a great conversation. And I talked about some human things. And it was very, it was a lot. And then the cool thing is, when I got home and I was crying in my driveway, and I was just sitting there crying, and a feather came floating down, and it was like spinning like a helicopter, and it was like falling down fast, and then it stopped like right outside my window, and literally just like stayed there. It stopped going down. And I know aerodynamics, I guess, it's like possible. Guess it's possible for it to stay there. I don't know. I'm not a scientist or engineer. I don't know. I don't even know who would know that. See? But it felt like something. It felt like it wanted to be seen. I wouldn't have noticed the feather falling probably if it didn't stay there. It was like yellow for like 10, 15 seconds. I don't know. I didn't time it, but it felt like a long time, and it was really bizarre. And it was this white feather, and it was just, and I was just like, oh, and it felt like a piece kind of, and then the feather slowly dropped to the ground. And then I looked up, what does a feather symbolize? And it said freedom, which last night I did hypnotherapy, which I'll have to tell you guys about that amazing experience. Recommend it, but it's not for the faint of heart. My favorite new blush, Milani Bella Bellini. Not for the faint of heart, but I didn't do my bronzer. I like to do that first usually. But at the end of it, I can't tell you all the details, but it did involve this person. And hopefully I can tell the story, because this journey's also, there's like a beauty to it and a beauty to the healing in it. But we were going our separate paths in boats, and I came upon this arc with all like friends, family, like people I didn't even know, events, like it looked like, you know, my future almost, right? And I was so excited to go toward it. And I was like, you know, really, really excited. And so I was like rowing basically toward it and like excited. And I told the hypnotherapist, she was asking, what, you know, what are you seeing? What are you feeling? That sort of thing. And then she said, why are you so excited to get there? Something like that. I can't remember the exact wording now, because it's like you're hypnotized. And I was like, because, oh, I said, she said, what do you feel as you approach it? Something. And I said, free. Like this huge feeling of freedom came over me. And when I looked up the meaning of the feather, the first thing that came up is freedom, which I thought was cool. And then I looked up the meaning of seeing a feather when someone is transitioning, maybe over to the other side, maybe. And it said that white feathers, and it was white feathers are a symbol of comfort during the time of death. So I thought that was interesting. So here's my Charlotte Tilbury. Love her. So that is that story. I'm distracting myself. I'm meeting one of Cora's friend's moms that we did. They had like a big Spirit Day dance. It's a big deal in their school, and we did it together. And so she said she wanted to take me to lunch as a thank you for all my hard work. But really, she was the star of that one. She, I mean, did so much. So maybe I'll pay for her. She paid for me. I was kidding. But so we're gonna go to a really nice restaurant. I usually get steak there, but I'm not gonna get steak for lunch. So I'll probably just get, I think they have like chicken sandwich and stuff. But that'll be a good distraction. I tend to like to distract myself when hard things are happening. I think it's a good tactic. I do think you need to feel things, but I also did my hypnotherapy. I wept literally in hypnotherapy while I was under hypnosis for 10, 15 minutes straight. I don't know the exact time because I was under, but it felt like a very long time, very intense. I mean, like bad, like hurt. My heart was like aching. And I kept thinking while I was, what I was hearing was, I'm sick of feeling like this. I'm sick of feeling like this. Like, you have to understand, this intense, awful shit has been going on since December. A lot of hard stuff. And it's been very painful. And my body was just like, I'm so tired of this. I'm so sick of this. And I don't know what he's barking at. He's cuckoo, growling, barking. Just really sick of it. And just tears were streaming. And my heart hurt. And she was, I stayed in it. And then she counted me out, I think, because it was intense for a while. So she counted me back out and then later counted me back into like a different kind of part of the session. But it was intense. Like, be ready if you're ever going to do hypnotherapy, even therapy, I guess. I've been doing therapy since I'm like 14, so I'm more familiar. It's comfortable. This was like definitely not comfortable. I'm definitely more open. I'm open to this stuff. So, and that they say you can get deeper into it if you're more open. So I was deep in. I was weeping like I don't even know when I've wept that hard. I'm sure I have, but just, it was a deep weepage. And when I came out of it, it did feel like I released some, which is good. I think I'm getting my hair done in a couple weeks, but my grays are really bugging me. Really bugging me. See them? Well, there's like the big kind of stripe. But see, they're like throughout there and there, but I feel like, I don't know. I might just go to one color. I honestly miss like doing it myself because, well, no, I don't. I hate actually doing it. But the expense part of it is much cheaper to just do it yourself. When I was like blonde years ago, I'm talking like early 20s, me and my friend would do each other's hair, and like that was so fun. And that was like easier because doing your own hair is kind of hard, right? And we would make it fun. Like we would blast music and have junk food. We would make it like this whole fun thing. So, yeah, but she moved away. Or no, I guess I moved away. I'm like, wait a second. No, that was me. I moved. She was there for a while. Now she moved away. Now she's in South Carolina. She's still dyeing her own hair. I don't know. I feel like I just do a shitty job at doing my own hair. I did my mom's hair one, like a couple times, even with highlights. Like I did highlights on her, and it looked good. It's fun. But I don't like doing that stuff all the time. It's kind of a pain in the ass. But I remember during the pandemic, oh my God, like cutting my husband's hair. Oh my gosh, that was poor guy. I don't know if you remember that. I think I posted pictures even on here because it was so hilarious. Oh God, look at that. That looks like a toupee on or something. Oh, we're gonna have to fix that situation. But I'm a mess. I shouldn't be let out today. But I cut like a big chunk of his hair out with the shaver. I put it on the wrong setting and went zoot, and it was like a square this big, like bald. So then I had to like jimmy it around, try to make it better. Well, there we go. There's the white, see? I mean, can't see it anyway because this is flipped that way, but yeah, I'm gonna have to do something there. That looks like I have hair plugs or I don't even know what's happening. I will say the lighting on this makes it look worse. Not the color, but like it looks like it's like really thinning or something, and it doesn't look like that in the regular light. It's like because I have all these bright lights shining at me, like my vanity light, like the angle of light. Well, I have an extra widow's peak, extra strong widow's peak. I don't know. Maybe I'll wipe that off. But anyway, I think I'm gonna. What time is it? 11. Oh, I got to be there at 12. So I am going to. I think I'm just gonna like flatten it. I was thinking about curling it, but I don't know. What do you think? Should I wand it, curl it, or straighten it? I mean, it is straight, but you know what I mean? Like make it a little better. Or just leave it because I don't care. I should care, but I'm in, you know, when you're like down and sad, you don't care as much. That's called depression. No, but I just kind of, I don't care that much. And I have like a little pimple that I scratched. I didn't know it was even there, and then I felt a scratch, and then it was like a mess. Is there anything else? Oh, my lippy. I need a lippy. Look at this. We wore this. Hold on, did I show you guys this? Like I said, my daughter had that Spirit Day dance, and there was like gangsta, and I wore that. I didn't actually dance in it, but I had to be out there like moving stuff, so I thought I'd play the part. It was fun. It was fun. So yeah, I use this mascara, if you're wondering. Big gal. Bad Gal Bang by Benefit. Charlotte Tilbury powder. I'm trying to think, because I was like talking and not really paying attention. I feel like, oh, I got this e.l.f. Concealer. It's okay. I'll put a little extra on. It is very light. Like the colors, I think, a little too light for me. Let's see. By the way, this is my favorite concealer brush. Like, okay, hold on. Look at that. Look at that. She's beautiful. This is by BK Beauty, and it's the collaboration with Angie Hot and Flashy. She's on YouTube. If you don't know her and you're like a little more mature in age, you should go follow her. She's got a great channel. Way better than mine. Way better. Yeah, I love this stuff, but it's a little light. But I can put some powder over it. But yeah, this stuff is good. It's e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. And so now I'll just have to... Oh, I also want to put on the highlight. Hold on, because it's really pretty. This is my new favorite highlight. I forgot. But let me just throw on some more. I'm going to put on some powder on this brush so I can get in there. And then I'll see it blends it a little better. There we go. They don't do that. These kids these days don't do what we did. Remember we would put the bright white concealer, 3 shades brighter. So there we go. I get to see my aunt tonight. She's in from New York. So that'll be good. That's cozy, you know. Just putting a little bronzer that's left over on the brush. I feel cozy with my people like that. All right. So, look at these beauties. I'm going to use that here. I don't know, though. That might be a lot for the day because it kind of glistens. Might be a little much. I'm not going to do it. I feel like it'll be too sparkly. It's like big windows in that place, and I don't want to look like I'm like a vampire. What is it? What was the Edwin? What was that called? Edward? Remember the vampire books? What the hell was that called? Is it something with vampire in it? Edward and the other guy and Bella? Someone tell me in the chat. Can we chat? Can you chat? Say hi. Say hi if you're in the chat. Yeah, I don't have it in me to really care about doing my hair. I will. Let me brush it a little better. I'm excited to go eat at this. This is like one of my favorite restaurants. Favorite. What was that? That's gonna kill me. The Popular Books and what's it? JR. What's her name? My brain is melted. J.K. Wilding. I know someone there is like, you dumb ass, but you're not telling me. So how am I going to know? You got to tell me. By the way, got this. Want to use this. Love it. Maybe I'll put it on for this weekend. Yeah, and that's so pretty. It's like the perfect coral. It's by Cuccio, and it's in the color Paradise Found. So pretty. It is like the perfect. You know, mostly I have Zoya nail polishes, but I got this in one of my subscription boxes, and I love it. I do. I love it up. I guess that's it. Snoopsy sleeption. I took this out. I'm gonna put it back because I just don't have it in me. I don't. No, man. So I feel like I want to leave with a message for y'all. Let's see. God, give me a message. Hold on. He told me to open this book. Let's see what he says. Hold on. For the grace of God, we could be doing some of the same things they are. We don't want to grow hard, angry, develop an attitude. Oh, this is good, because I was actually just thinking, like, don't let these people change you is kind of what I was thinking. So this is interesting. I don't know if that's what it's saying, but we don't want to grow hard, angry, or develop an attitude of superiority when setting boundaries. We must stay humble and centered and surrendered to Jesus in the process. So here it is, guys. Ready? Let them have their own journey and revelation. Let them have their own journey and revelation. Be wise with setting and keeping your boundaries, and remember that you don't have to stay. Okay, this is creeping me out. Okay, this is creeping me out now. All right, months ago when this all started, it was very dark over there, and what this person was doing, and just like that, it was very bad. And I was in prayer with God, and I said, tell me what to do. I don't know what to do in this. I don't know what to do. And I usually know what to do. I'm a fast decision maker. I have strong boundaries. Like, you guys know me. If you don't, I'm Christy. I'm a boundary bitch. No, but I was just like, I don't know what to do. This is so bad. I don't know what to do. And God said to me, you don't have to stay where they are. You don't have to be where they are. But I think he said you don't have to stay where they are. I wrote it down on a napkin, and it's in a book somewhere. I have it as a bookmark. Here this says, oh my God, remember that you don't have to stay in the same place the other person is. That is the message. Somebody needs to hear this right now. You do not have to stay where the other person is, right? I think of it, try to view it as like energy, right? We want to remain in our light as much as we can. There's a dark person. And you feel like they're coming into your space. You feel like they're, like in my situation, I felt like, well, they're taking over. They're doing this. There's nothing I can do. I'm stuck. I'm whatever. No. They're still separate from you. You are not one entity, right? So you don't have to go where they are. Shine your light. And that also relates to me saying, right? Like, all I can do is tell this person that I wish I could be near and help and talk to and whatever, have a better relationship. All I can do is be light, right? Like, send love, be the light I am, and sit with them and hope. I can't go with them. I can't control what they're going to feel or what they are capable of receiving, but I can try to share my light. Like, that's all, right? Share my light, share my love, hope that they feel it, but I can't control it. But that's the hope on this end. On the other end, this person over here, there's darkness, and there's vindictiveness, and there's manipulation. There's all this really crappy stuff. And God is saying you don't have to go where they are. You're not stuck with them. You don't have to have anything to do with them, right? And I know everyone's situation is different, but in the beginning I felt like, well, this person is with this other person. Like, how can I avoid them? Well, I did it. I successfully did not go where they were, and I successfully still was able to communicate and have peace for the most part in the situation I'm in, which I didn't think was possible. But you have to listen to God. When you ask God, what do I do? When you are in prayer, ask God, what do I do? Show me. He will. There's so many people out there that pray and they don't feel like they can ask for things for themselves, or they don't know how to pray. There's no right way. Often it is, I view it, I call him Sky Daddy, right? Like, he's my big Sky Daddy that I can ask anything. He wants us to lean on him. And this year has been, honestly, absolute freaking hell. And yes, I've had blessings. I've had some magical times in this year despite it, because I try to have joy in everything, no matter what my situation. That's something I've always just been like and had. But it has been really, really hard. And I think being able to say, well, what can I control? You can control you and your light and your love. You can't control anyone else. And it's important also, like it said there, and God said, so obviously that's a big message of you don't have to go where they are. You don't have to go where they are. Someone's talking crap, making up lies, somebody's manipulative, somebody is twisting everything you've done or said into something else. Let them. There's the whole let them theory out there right now, right? That Mel Robbins is claiming, even though, sorry Mel, but that was a thing way before that people are saying she stole. I don't know if she was aware, but doesn't matter. It's a theory that's very popular right now, and it's a good theory. Let them. But another way is like, yeah, let them do their thing, and you get to choose not to go where they are. You don't have to go where they are. You don't have to meet them in their misery. You don't have to meet them in their dark shit. So be you, stick to your truth, and carry your light, and share your light. And you can't control if people receive your light and your love. You can't control it, right? That's it. That's the message, I guess. Thanks, God. God sent me here. Now I will say, I always want to shout this out because I love it so much. God, my hair looks like such trash today. This is Bedhead by TG. I am obsessed with this stuff. I love it. It smells so good. I've used this since I'm in my 20s. And it still smells how it did then. But how cute. The little bottle's so adorable. I love that I don't think they've changed the packaging even. I'm pretty sure they have not. It's very similar, if not the same. And that's what it looks like. And this stuff keeps the flyaways. It's hard, man, though. The wiry grays, why are they doing this to us? I mean, come on now. Nobody needs that. So it just kind of keeps it smoother. I hate the little wiry grays. This guy's trying to bounce up and have a party on my head. It says the perfect party favor. After party hair cream for silky, smooth, shiny, healthy looking hair. Control the funky flyaways and silkify your hair. Just put it on. After party smoothing cream for silky, shiny, healthy looking hair. My hair doesn't look healthy because I did not really do it, but this is the best you're going to get. Cheryl, I hope you enjoy my hair at lunch. And I hope someone heard this message and it helped them. That's always my wish, is to just, if I can help one person with one message through my podcast, through lives when I'm called to do so, I just hope. Give me a little thumbs up if this message helped you on my, that'll just let me know. I don't need to know. I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep doing it anyway. But it's always a little oh, good. I like knowing if I help people, because it's a big part of my purpose. So don't take the bait, and you don't need to go where they go. No, you don't. Okay? Oh, look. Perfect. It leaves me with deuces. Smooches and deuces. Later.